Hi. I had to share this with you guys. I know it's not Wednesday, but we're about to do this 2-inch bone-in ribeye. And as you can tell, this is not a professional kitchen. So how do I get the sear that I'm looking for a perfect ribeye? When you're going to store, this is $30, which I highly recommend that you do it yourself instead of spend. This would be $80, $90 in a restaurant. And I want to teach you how to achieve a restaurant quality steak. So it's called a reverse sear. However, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Get it there. You can use that for stocks or sauces. And basically, this will be, a clean bone in, or bone in, but we're going to French it, to get that beautiful French look. I mean, you could get pretty technical with this, but that's going to give you a good French look right there. See, we call that Frenched in the culinary business. So nice Frenched ribeye. We just did it here. You don't have to do that, but I like to do it. This 2-inch ribeye you want to leave out until room temperature is best. If you don't, the way we reverse sear it is it's going to help you have a steak that's going to be about 100. We're going to cook this medium rare, so we're going to cook it to 125 or 135, which you'll be able to get your nice hard sear with the steak anyway, because the reason why you don't get a good sear is because of moisture in the meat, and it's cold. It's really hard, so moisture hurts your sear. So we're going to season this. Don't be shy. This is flavor. Get this all around that steak. Oh yeah. Get that steak nice and flavored. Okay. Don't forget the pepper. Okay, so we're going to take this, make sure we get all the goodies on the cutting board. And then we're going to set it right on a pan. Okay, so you're going to put it on a pan. And then you're going to put this right in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour until you reach either 125 for medium rare or 135 for medium. Okay, so we're going to set this right in there. All right. Okay, so I took the bone-in ribeye out of the oven, and we are at 126. You see that? Okay. So I let it rest for a couple of minutes. Turn this thing off. Okay. Now we got our pan over here, nice and hot. You could put it straight on the pan. I'm just going to put just a little bit for some fat. You don't have to. If you don't want to, it doesn't need to be a lot. Okay? So we're going to take this. Oh, see that? There's really it doesn't really give it any color. It's just you're taking away that moisture, all right? So here we go. Remember I talked about the sizzle. Man, you got a sizzle now. Now, this reverse sear, so this was in the oven for about an hour, okay? It was a little bit colder than I thought, so if you leave it at room temp, it'll take 45 minutes to an hour in between there. It took a little bit more than an hour, but same goal. So we got a nice hot pan, and we're just gonna leave it alone for about 2 minutes. So I got some sauteed mushrooms, right? You can't beat that. We got some Texas toast. Turn up the oven. It was at 275. So this needs to be cooked at 275 because you really don't want to give too much color on the outside. Got a nice. And when you put it on the pan, leave it alone. You know, don't touch it. The least amount of messing with this, the better sear. Look at this sucker. That's beautiful right there, isn't it? And this is what we do at the restaurant, except we don't reverse sear it. We do it all in a pan and then stick it in the oven because you can't pre-cook these. Here at home, you could do this and it's way better than cook it in the pan and throw it in the oven or cooking it straight in the pan. This, you'll get a perfect steak every time. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Look at that sear. Now that, how does that look, huh? That looks delicious. Of course my fan is off. It'd be too loud, so we're just gonna smoke up the house. A little more fat. And you can go ahead and re-season it if you want. I just like to give a little extra. Put that love in there. Oh man. How are we looking? Are we looking good? You could do this in your home. Just make sure the windows are open, your fan's on, it's well ventilated. That's definitely what you need. If you have a flame, be careful of the oil, the fat touching the flame. It'll flare up. This is all in an electric stovetop. I mean, it's doable. Oh. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. How does that look? Simple. Very simple. This is just one delicious ribeye happening right here. You see this? This is all done in a small little apartment, and you could do it too. So, recap. Season heavily, salt, pepper, okay? In the oven. Well, let it rest. Bring it from the store, pull it out, at least 4 hours. Let it set out and get room temperature. Season heavily, salt, pepper. Oven, 45 minutes to an hour. The temp 125. Because 125, let it rest for about 10-15 minutes. It'll keep cooking. And by the time you sear it, it should be medium rare when you sear it, okay? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that sear. This is David Alvarez. Let's go cooking.